Hello and welcome to our short video giving a quick overview of what is on the Institute's Technical Hub. The Technical Hub was created in early 2021 to replace both Chariot, which was just a repository, and the Technical Inquiry Service, which also ceased in that year. Instead, we have invested our resources in creating this Technical Hub and keeping it updated, and we hope that you find it useful. The Hub is located under the Knowledge Centre on the Institute website. The Technical Hub was created by the technical team along with input from our technical committees.
If you select the Audit and Assurance button, you will have access to our audit content. The menu on the left-hand side includes an overview of the auditing standards and other assurance standards, guidance material relevant to other assurance engagements, audit exemption guidance, FAQs, and some news items. If you click into the Financial Reporting button, you'll see some of the content available to members under this heading. So the menu on the left-hand side will give you access to local and international accounting standards, details of company law, financial reporting requirements in Ireland and the UK, links to access the various statements of recommended practice, a library of technical financial reporting articles, and some other financial reporting FAQs, including a series of FAQs on FRS 102. We continue to update the content on these pages from time to time, so it might be beneficial for you to revisit these pages every so often. As well as content that sits on our Technical Hub, there are some other ways in which you can keep in touch with the professional accounting team. And on this slide, we've included some places where you can find some of our regular content. So we post regular news items to keep you up to date on developments as and when they happen, and you can find these in our Technical Hub. We publish technical articles in the Institute's magazine Accountancy Ireland, and we have a twice-monthly newsletter called Technical Roundup, which is published on the Institute's website and also on LinkedIn. And this includes details of technical updates across various topics. E-News is a weekly newsletter that's issued to all members, and you'll find some technical content here. We occasionally appear on our practice consulting team's webinar Practice News, and we also contribute to their Practice Matters newsletter. And we also hold some free members CPD throughout the year, which you'll find on our CPD calendar.
The insolvency page includes the statements of insolvency practice, technical alerts and releases relating to insolvency, an outline of our insolvency committees and the work that they do. There is also a list of questions and answers, a section for latest news, and a separate section on SCARP. The Institute technical content contains various items of technical guidance that have been created to assist you. Miscellaneous technical statements are intended to provide assistance to reporting accountants and/or auditors when requested to engage with various third parties, primarily on reporting matters. The information sheets and miscellaneous technical documents are older documents, but are still considered to be relevant. Technical content in the last number of years has been created as either a technical alert or a technical release. A technical release addresses technical issues of ongoing relevance and importance to members. It is a source of good practice guidance on technical and practice issues relevant to the work of chartered accountants. Technical alerts are similar to technical releases, but will address issues of a less permanent nature, such as notifications, reminders, etc.
Anti-money laundering. If you click on the tile for anti-money laundering content, you will find content on the left-hand side drop-down options. Information can be found in areas such as anti-money laundering supervision by the Institute and what chartered accountants as designated persons must do to comply with anti-money laundering obligations. There is also information on specific areas such as beneficial ownership and where to find further information on that topic, red flags to help identify potential money laundering risks with clients, and information on trust and company service providers, what they are and how they are regulated. Sanctions. Sanctions measures have been around for some time, and sanctions checking has always formed part of the anti-money laundering due diligence obligations of designated persons. However, the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 resulted in the imposition of sanctions against Russia and Belarus at an unprecedented rate. This prompted us to establish dedicated sanctions pages which you will find by clicking the Sanctions tile on the hub. There you will find an overview of the sanctions regimes in Ireland and Europe and that which is applicable in the UK. There is a particular focus on the ban on provision of auditing and accounting services to Russia and a comparator chart comparing the UK and EU and Irish ban on providing accounting services to Russia. Legislation pages. Please click the legislation button at the top right of the Technical Hub homepage. Here we have identified legislation which might be useful to members in the business and company law areas for the Republic of Ireland and the UK. The Irish pages have been updated very recently to add a listing of legislation on friendly societies, industrial and provident societies, credit unions and charities, and also to alert users who may not have a paid service to check legislative updates as to how they can do so on the Irish Statute Book website. Protected disclosures. With the enactment of the Protected Disclosures Amendment Act 2022, we created pages on the Irish and UK regulation of protected disclosures, whistleblowing. You will find these pages by clicking the Protected Disclosures button on the top right of the Technical Hub homepage. Business law and regulation. Please click the Other Resources button and this will give you access to a button entitled Business Law and Regulation. In this area, you will find information on company law, information on relevant legislation and how to check out if legislation has been updated. There is also information on institute resources. There is a page dedicated to new company law thresholds regarding company size with a useful chart setting out the figures for micro, small and medium company size. You will also find a page which deals with company legislation already passed in 2024 and draft legislation which has been published this year. Finally, in this section, we have collated information on entities other than companies. There is a page dedicated to information about credit unions and one to entities such as friendly societies and industrial and provident societies.